Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Victory with Vickery. We talk Chaffee Red Devil football here. Vince Brown on the line with the legendary head coach of the Chaffee Red Devil football program, Charlie Vickery. Coach, welcome back.
Thank you.
I tell you, this has been a rather helter-skelter season for Chaffee this year on the gridiron. Coming off of a great two-game win streak against St. Pius X, and then on the road at Scott City for their homecoming. Your homecoming gets spoiled, and not in the way I think you wanted it to. A 42-0 unfortunate defeat at the hands of always tough East Prairie in the SEMO South Conference. This was a total turnaround from the last couple of weeks.
Well, you're right there. I think we took a step backwards. We felt like going into the game, we knew that East Prairie had a good football team. But, we needed to come out and compete. And, like I say, for some reason, we just didn't have our heads in the ball game. And we felt like that we took a step backwards. And so we're going to have to right the ship this week, getting ready to go into districts the following week.
Do you think maybe the kids may have had a slight hangover from getting that win against their longtime rivals the week prior to this contest, and the execution wasn't the way that you wanted it to be?
Well, I think that's possible. You would hope that wasn't the case, but I think that's entirely possible. But I think we went in and we didn't really do anything particularly well. We didn't tackle well. We played with no emotion. And for us to be successful, especially with a young team like we've got to play with a passion, and we got to play with some emotion, and that just was not there last Friday night.
This loss also may have come with a price, as Trev Cannon went out with an injury. How was the young man this week coming into this week's game?
Well, actually, he got hurt the Scott City game, and he was very limited. He didn't practice last week until Thursday, and so he was a little bit banged up. But we got him on some anti-inflammatory medicine, and he really survived the game well, and he's much, much, much better this week than what he was last night.
We'll take a break and come back and get ready for this week's contest, the final tune-up before the Class 1 District 2 rundown, and against a very surging Malden Green Wave team in the SEMO South. Stay right here. This is Victory with Vickery on Prepcast Southeast. And we're back here on Prepcast Southeast. This is Victory with Vickery, talking Chaffee Red Devil football. On the line with us from Chaffee High School, legendary football coach Charlie Vickery. All right, final tune-up. This is Week 7, heading right before the Class 1 District 2 season beginning next week. And you go up against a Malden Green Wave squad that is by leaps and bounds one of the surprises, not only of the conference, but I think all across the region, because nobody expected the Green Wave to be 5-1 right now with their new head coach.
Well, like you say, they're 5-1. They're playing excellent football right now. It's going to be a very, very difficult test for us going into districts, but I'm not for sure that at this point Malden is not as good a team as we've played for sure. And, we're going to come out and play with that passion. I said that we did not have that last Friday night, and we're going to play with some emotion and really execute well to stay in the ball game.
The one thing that's going for your opponent, Malden, right now is they're coming off of a pair of major overtime victories, including a double overtime 47-41 verdict against Scott City, a common opponent with you, back in Week 1 at Scott City, and then later on to follow that up with an emotional overtime victory, 26-20 at Dexter. This team is clicking on all cylinders at the right time, and it, of course, has to start with their talented quarterback, Tanner Murphy.
I think very possibly he is one of the finest quarterbacks in this area. he's handling the offense extremely well. He runs the ball well. He's got a really good arm. He executes the offense extremely well. And like you said, they're a team that has come off some big wins, but and you can't just focus in on one particular area because they're doing multifaceted things. They're throwing the ball well, they're running the ball well, and they're really mixing things up.
Do you think maybe the key matchup in this particular contest may not be necessarily the quarterback Tanner Murphy, but how your 4-3 front matches up against their all equally talented running back Patrick Wilson?
Well, a key for us again is number one, we can't have turnovers. Number two, we have got to eliminate big plays, make them work for everything they're going to get. I mean, I don't think you're going to totally shut them down, but I think if you make them work and make them work their way down the field, then you have a chance.
All right, folks, that's our talk with Coach Charlie Vickery of the Chaffee Red Devil football team. We will be with the Red Devils this week at Whitaker Field, the final tune-up before the Class 1 District 2 run. Malden taking on your Chaffee Red Devils this Friday night. It's at 7 o'clock. We'll have the broadcast at 6:50 p.m. Coach Vickery, as always, thanks for showing us the love. We will see you Friday night.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's Victory with Vickery, and I am Vince Brown on PrepCast Southeast. Till next week, take care, everybody.